Now, I want to, oh, speaking of, you were talking about fans, so let me get this note in here. I made a note for myself. That fan, folks, you guys may not realize it, but it's producing EMF. Now, my wife likes to sleep under a fan. I don't. And the reason being is because the EMF coming off that fan, you can see it's creating a vortex of positive ions that's coming down, wiping off all the negative ions on your body. Now, if you notice, if you sleep under a fan, you wake up in the morning, you're more tired than you went to bed. Well, that's the reason why. So what I do from now on, before we go to bed, she likes to have the fan on, so that's fine. I'm just going to harmonize the fan. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, we'll take care of all those positive ions. I'm not worried about it anymore, and it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
So there's another thing that you can do with the fan. And the same thing, ladies, with an air dryer. The hair dryer, if you notice when you get done drying your hair with it, well, you're putting all these positive ions. It's blowing out into your head, and you pretty soon, you know, you feel a little woozy, you feel dizzy. Well, it's because of the hair dryer. Harmonize your hair dryer.
Yeah.
If you ever drive in a convertible, you'll notice when you get out of the car, because of the wind blowing on you so much, it's blowing off all the negative ions that surround our body constantly. So, I mean, it's just little things like that that just make a positive impact on the human body. So I wanted to share that with you real quick about the fan.
Doc, I love that, because I've been telling people that this is what I do with my cell phone. I'll do it with a Wi-Fi router too, but I'll harmonize those. Just we call it painting. That's what you were doing to the fan. That's what you're doing to the hair dryer. We're just painting. You just go back and forth, up and down. But then if a cell phone, you can do the same thing. You know, if this is a phone, you just back and forth. You get all the areas where the batteries are. You've got 5 or 6 antennas in those phones. Believe it or not, GPS, cell, everything, and Bluetooth. So you've got to really hit all of that. But
the router over here.
Well, how long, Doc? I bet. Have you found that 30 seconds to a minute about, right?
Yeah, real quick. It doesn't take any time at all. The TV, electrical box outside. You know, I've gone around the whole house, the whole property, and just harmonized everything. You know, so
I have a very good electrician friend, Darren, who every time he goes into a house or a commercial building, before he works on the electrical, he goes out to that panel, he paints it. He paints all the wiring and everything before he starts working on it. He says it makes a huge difference in how he ends his day. Yeah.
That's another thing too with the cell phone. I never hold a cell phone. You ever see these holders? These are from WeatherTech. You can get these. I got one in a cup holder in the car. My phone says stuff like that in the car too. But we always hold it. I will not put a phone up to my ear anymore. Not for, oh God, we've had these for years, right? But this was the next thing I was going to show you with K2 in regards to testing. Stand up a second, huh? Okay. Take your pendant off again. Let me take mine off. Because I know that when I work on people, I do influence people with my energy close enough here. So when you're testing with the cell phone, like Dan says, now these have been harmonized, so she's not going to get the same effect here. But this is the test that you want to do with your phone when you get your 4-inch, okay? You put your arm out, take your left hand here, put it on the phone, okay? Put it over right there on your chest, okay? Now, again, you're going to have them before you harmonize the phone. You're going to muscle test them, and they're going to be extremely weak is what they will be, okay? And she's not now. And then after you harmonize the phone, you do it again, have them hold against their chest, you muscle test them, and they're going to be very strong. So you're going to see the difference between the phone being harmonized and not being harmonized. It's a real simple way to do that with the phone. So that was another.
Doc, funny, interesting story. I was with about 30 farmers about a month ago, and these were all they were running everything with LED lights in the shop that we were having our meeting at. And I just stopped there and I said, so how do these LED lights affect your eyes? And a lot of them said, oh, I don't like them, but they all have them, right? And I said, well, give me a couple of minutes. And I took my 5-inch LightTower, right? And you can get them with this leather pouch as well if you want. But I took the 5-inch LightTower and I just stood here and I just treated the LED light it took about a minute to 2 minutes. And then all of a sudden, all at the same time, everybody noticed that the quality of that LED light shifted, and it wasn't nearly as hard on their eyes. They could actually almost look at the LEDs and see the individual LEDs. It was just, they said, man, it just looks more, I use the word coherent, but it just,
Coherent.
yeah, it's more harmonized. It wasn't hurting their eyes like it used to. So
Exactly.
I've been doing that with fluorescent lights and LED lights for years. And you can do that if you're at church or you're in a building where they've got all these LED lights everywhere. You just be sitting
Yeah.
there in the bench and you help yourself and everybody else in the room. Just do this
There you
back
go.
and forth. Yeah,
You know, heck, we got what 10 LEDs in our kitchen, I believe, that are, it's
sure.
just, it is. Feel them. So we got to do this today. I'm glad you brought that up, and that's really cool. It
And you
really
do
is.
it once every week or so. I do all my electronics on Monday. It's just something I
Uh-huh.
remember to do. It might
Huh?
take longer than that, but I just do it every week anyway.
Mhm.